Experimental Pathophysiology Learned from a Living Body Part 2, number 1553, February 28, 2026, Gerald C. EclaireMD Foundation, category, Personal Medical Journey. Open loop versus closed loop. In traditional clinical practice, the process is largely open loop. A treatment is given, and the result is evaluated at the next scheduled visit. Between these two points lies a period in which the internal dynamics of the system are mostly unobserved. In my method, measurement is followed by immediate adjustment, and adjustment is followed by new measurement along the same time axis. Each action produces a measurable response, and each response guides the next action. Health management therefore moves from passive treatment to active system control. Structure versus mechanism. Traditional pathophysiology provides an essential description of structure. It shows what the damaged organ looks like and defines the structural features of disease. Longitudinal functional data adds another dimension. It shows how the damage develops, how compensatory mechanisms are activated, and how function can partially return when the load on the system is reduced. This is the transition from structure to mechanism, from appearance to process. The shared scientific foundation. Despite the differences in method and scale, both approaches are built on the same scientific principles: objective measurement, reproducibility, physiological causality, and validation by outcome. They are not opposites. Traditional medicine provides the macroscopic population map that defines the common pathways of disease. Longitudinal lived physiology provides the time-resolved system dynamics of a single biological system moving along those pathways. Together they describe both the structure of the landscape and the motion within it. Recovery without regeneration. One of the most important and hopeful observations for patients is that certain organ functional recovery does not always require cellular rebirth or regrowth. Even when lost cells do not return, function can still improve. The brain relearns by forming new neural pathways that bypass the damaged neuronal regions. The heart increases its efficiency through collateral circulation and reverse remodeling. The kidney stabilizes by redistributing the workload to the surviving nephrons. In each case, the structure is not fully rebuilt, yet the system regains a higher level of performance. I have validated these mechanisms through direct, long-term observation of my own body over the past 3 decades. Recovery, therefore, is not the reconstruction of tissue. Recovery is the reoptimization of a living system. The role of energy and load. All meaningful functional improvement follow the same governing principle. Reduce the chronic load. Lower the strain rate. Allow the remaining structure to operate within a safe and sustainable range. This pattern appeared repeatedly in my longitudinal data, regardless of the specific organ involved. Human biology, in this sense, does not violate the laws of physics. A living system under long-term stress behaves in accordance with the same load, energy, and structural principles that govern engineered systems. Conclusion. My work represents experimental pathophysiology carried out within a living body through continuous functional measurement over a 17-year time axis. It demonstrates a simple but essential truth: structural loss may be permanent, yet functional optimization remains possible when the load on the system is properly controlled and the remaining capacity is used efficiently. Traditional academic medicine provides the population map that defines the common pathways of disease and establishes the medical infrastructure on which clinical practice depends. Longitudinal lived physiology provides the personal control mechanism that allows one biological system to move along that map with awareness, adjustment, and direction. One offers breadth and collective knowledge, the other offers depth and real-time guidance for survival. Together, they form a more complete understanding of chronic metabolic conditions and the mortality diseases they induce, uniting the macroscopic population view with the time-resolved dynamics of an individual life. Epilogue. Between 1994 and 2004, I survived 5 heart attacks. In 2010, I was diagnosed severe neuropathy that brought me to the edge of toe amputation, kidney failure that led to dialysis, and retinopathy that nearly took away my sight. Yet after those years of devastation, none of these catastrophic events returned. On June 21, 2025, I suffered a hemorrhagic stroke near Pontine location with high mortality rate. All of these life-threatening disasters were the long-term consequences of obesity-induced diabetes, which gradually calcified my cerebral microvessels and weakened the structural integrity of my vascular system. The damage was real, accumulated over 3 decades, and much of it is irreversible. But over the past 17 years, I have fought back. Through continuous self-learning of medicine knowledge, millions biomarker specimen, strict lifestyle control, and relentless self-study and research, I have partially restored the function of my damaged organs that were once on the edge of failure. I fully understand that calcified vessel walls cannot be reversed. Structure does not easily return once it has been permanently altered, yet function can still be protected. Today, my strategy is clear and precise. By closely monitoring my physiological triggers, especially acute hypertension through the new proxy of stroke triggering sensitivity index. TSI equals SBP-DBP 45 * SBP 120 * 100. I am building a real-time warning system to prevent a second stroke. This is not luck. This is the result of stubbornly trusting scientific knowledge and a persistent, disciplined effort to build and maintain a healthy lifestyle, day after day, for nearly 2 decades. Every data point one collected, every research model I built, every lifestyle adjustment I made, was done inside a living body that had already been severely damaged. My own body became the proof. I do not seek praise or recognition. I seek time. If I can live to the age of 85 or even 90, it will not simply be a number. It will be the final testament and validation that the years I spent self-learning medicine, applying it to myself, and transforming survival into a practical and meaningful science were worthwhile. That will be my true outcome measure. Disclaimer: I write this paper not for fame, but to share what I have learned so others can understand their health, prevent disease, and live longer, healthier lives. This content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C. This content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C.